Ryuichi and Kotarou, two brothers united by an unbreakable bond, found themselves orphaned after a tragic plane crash claimed their parents' lives. The chairwoman of a prestigious high school, who had also suffered the same loss in the accident, decided to take them in. However, she had no intention of forming a new family with them. Instead, she saw potential in Ryuichi, with his experience caring for Kotarou since infancy, to become the school's babysitter. During a brief interview, the chairwoman assessed Ryuichi's caretaking abilities and, satisfied with the results, assigned her secretary, Sakawa, to guide the brothers to the school's daycare room. There, they met Yuzada, the only existing daycare staff member, who introduced them to a group of children named Taka, Kirin, Takuma, Kazuma, and Midori. As night fell, the teachers arrived to pick up their children, leaving only Taka waiting. Ryuichi anticipated his mother's arrival, but to his surprise, Kotarou showed up instead. Taka, unwilling to leave, wished to play more, prompting Ryuichi to give him a brotherly hit and take him home. As they left, Ryuichi noticed Kotarou's silence and realized he had a fever. In a panic, Ryuichi rushed outside to find Taka's older brother, who agreed to help take Kotarou to the nearest hospital. The doctor attributed the fever to stress from the recent change in environment. While outside, Ryuichi struggled with the reality that his parents were no longer alive, breaking down in tears. The chairwoman found him and offered comfort, assuring him that he wasn't alone and didn't have to bear the burden alone. The following morning, the chairwoman ordered Ryuichi to wake up early, providing them with breakfast and lunch. She even gifted Ryuichi a brand new uniform, which filled him with happiness and pride. However, as he made his way to class, he noticed peculiar glances and laughter from others. Kamaitani pointed out that the daycare children were following him, and Maria, the top student in the advanced class, scolded Ryuichi for not managing them properly. Maria, usually focused on her studies, revealed her loneliness, and the children, including Ryuichi, empathized with her. Uzada took advantage of the situation, pretending to be sick and asking Maria to take over for him. Despite initial fear, the children comforted Maria, sharing a heartfelt moment of connection. Later, Ryuichi proposed a trip to the zoo, and the children eagerly agreed. Uzada, seizing the opportunity to earn extra income, volunteered to accompany them on weekends. With the chairwoman's approval, the stage was set for an eventful zoo trip, marking the beginning of their journey together. At the zoo, even the chairwoman is invited to join the children, but she unsurprisingly declines. Sikala had meticulously prepared food for all the children, going the extra mile for the absent parents. Kamaitani apologizes for leaving Taka alone, citing training and a busy mom. The children revel in the joy of exploring and encountering various animals at the zoo. However, as they prepare to leave, Taka mistakenly believes he spots his older brother and follows him, only to realize he's lost. In a panic, Taka cries out for his brother, and, fortunately, Kamatoni appears. Taka, trying to hide his delight, is overjoyed to see him. The narrative then shifts to Valentine's Day, where the boys speculate about receiving chocolates, and the girls discuss whom to give them to. The girls express admiration for a boy named Yagi from the advanced class. They attempt to give him chocolates, but Maria intervenes, citing school rules against distributing chocolates on that day. Yagi, intrigued by the babysitter club, questions Maria about joining. Despite her initial frustration, Maria directs him to speak with Ryuichi. Surprisingly, Yagi expresses a genuine interest in joining the club because of his love for children. Ryuichi, bewildered by the unusual request, happily accepts Yagi into the club. However, he takes note when Yagi lavishes compliments on each child, seemingly trying too hard to win their favor. Maria, overhearing students discussing Yagi's peculiar behavior, rushes to the daycare and finds him with a nosebleed. Yagi's friend, Nezukan, whisks him away, realizing it wouldn't be suitable for him to join the club. The children, initially disappointed about not receiving chocolates, burst into tears. However, Maria promises to bring them the most delicious chocolates the next day. Walking home, Ryuichi surprises Maria with chocolates and a compliment, leaving her blushing. The following morning, Ryuichi has physical education, and some boys in his group complain about having gym first period in the cold. Uzada arrives with the kids, prompting Ryuichi's classmates to chase them around the playground to use them as heat packs. Meanwhile, Ryuichi observes suspiciously dressed individuals picking up Takuma, only to discover they are the father of Takuma and Kazuma. After explaining his peculiar attire, the famous father, attempting a rare day off with his children, picks up Kazuma. Unfortunately, Kazuma cries, and his attempts to play with him fall flat. Exiting the school, he gets recognized, and a horde of kids requests autographs and pictures. Fortunately, his wife arrives, explaining that a movie where he portrayed a kidnapper might be the cause of Kazuma's fear. When Kazuma and Takuma finally recognize him as their father, joy fills his heart. The next morning marks Ryuichi's first day of high school, and club recruitment is in full swing. Despite deciding to stick with the babysitter club, Uzeta encourages him to explore other options. Together, they check out various clubs, including the drama club, where Kieran's mother is in charge, the cooking club with Maria, and the baseball club featuring Taka's older brother. As Ryuichi puts up a flyer for the babysitter club, Kamitoni surprises him by expressing interest in joining. Ryuichi is bewildered, and Kamitoni explains that Taka and Kotarou recruited him. The following day, Ryuichi wakes up feeling unwell, prompting the chairwoman to take Kotarou to prevent the cold from spreading. Ryuichi, draped in an extra blanket, receives care from Kotarou and the chairwoman. After recovering, he returns to the daycare, facing a situation where he runs out of wipes while changing Midori's diaper. A boy, thinking Midori is his future daughter, misunderstands the situation and leaves a bad first impression. However, when he realizes his mistake, he covers up by expressing a willingness to help Midori's mother. During a clothes drying session, Kotarou spots someone in the bushes, turning out to be Kichi-kan, Nezukun's brother. Unable to contact Nezu, Ryuichi calls Yagi and Maria, discovering that Nezukun has a job to support his large family. The next school day, Ryuichi forgets his lunch, and Yusada lets Kotarou deliver it, marking his first extra errand. Meanwhile, classmates offer Ryuichi their lunches, but an accidental collision results in dropped food. Another student helps Kotarou, and in the end, they share lunch together. Amidst all this, discussions about Ryuichi's romantic interests circulate among his classmates. Yuki, blushing, tries to hush her friends, who highlight Ryuichi's attractiveness and great personality. Concerns about Maria are dismissed, as her focus on studies is seen as no obstacle. Unbeknownst to the girls gossiping about Maria's feelings, she overhears their conversation. Ryuichi approaches her, inquiring if she needs anything, but she dismisses him, frustrated by the gossip. As she walks away, contemplating her feelings for Ryuichi, Kieran and Kotarou approach, asking her to play. Maria, sternly stating it's not the place for games, makes Kieran cry. When questioned if she hates Ryuichi, she denies it, but when asked if she likes him, she blushes, vehemently saying no. Kieran suggests a plan to make Maria like Ryuichi, oblivious to her existing feelings. Maria reluctantly follows their plan. In Ryuichi's class, Kotarou couples him, showcasing acceptance and love. Kieran, posing as a troublemaker, prompts Kamitani to hit her. Maria barges in, clarifying the misunderstanding and revealing she doesn't hate Ryuichi. Kieran then questions if she actually likes him, leaving Maria flustered. Ryuichi, instead of confessing, points out a sticker on her skirt. Later, Ryuichi finds a mysterious love letter in his locker, causing him to ponder its origin. Yuki witnesses this but denies leaving the letter. Maria arrives, urging them to leave the area, and the letter is read aloud, revealing a confession with a meeting place for the next morning. Distracted by thoughts of what to do, Ryuichi's blushing catches the chairwoman's attention, who suggests he takes a hot bath and rests. On the way to school, lost in thought about the impending meeting, Ryuichi loses Kotarou. Maria and Yuki, having left early to investigate the letter, offer help. Kamitani ultimately finds Kotarou, who wandered into a yard, thinking Ryuichi is sick and needing lemon. Ryuichi rejects the girl who sent the letter, prioritizing Kotarou's well-being. Later, Kamitani and Taka invite Ryuichi and Kotarou to a festival. Dressed for the occasion, they meet Kamitani, who bets Taka he'll lose his sword. The festival involves rigged games, and when Taka loses his sword, the group searches for it. The dodgy worker apologizes and gifts them the newest game system. Returning to daycare, Kamitani confronts his brother for drawing on his autographed baseball. Instead of physical retaliation, he chooses to ignore him, prompting Ryuichi to talk to Kamitani about Kotarou's actions. The chairwoman teaches Taka a lesson about empathy, asking for his cherished sword and pretending to break it to convey his brother's feelings. They reconcile. The Academy Festival arrives, and the daycare room participates. Kieran's father mistakes Ryuichi and Kamitani, wearing wigs, for female babysitters. Midori's father arrives, guided by the boy in love with Midori's mother, creating a humorous mix-up. The parents share a poignant moment, realizing their children are growing up fast. Suddenly, Kamitani's mother appears at the daycare and informs them about eggs due to hatch in the science lab. Excited, the children rush to the lab, only to realize the eggs are set to hatch the next day. Undeterred, the following morning, Kotarou is eager to witness the chicks. Taka's mom, present early, invites them to her classroom. Ryuichi and Kotarou patiently wait by the incubator as the eggs finally hatch. The other children join in to see the chicks, making Taka jealous, but he manages to scare them away by declaring winter has come. Usada calls in sick, possibly due to sleeping naked after a bath. Sakawa takes his place, unsure of what to do, but with the children's help, he adapts and manages the daycare smoothly. Christmas arrives, and Taka anticipates Santa. Kamaitani nearly spills the truth, but Ruchi intervenes. Ruchi lacks the money for a Santa costume, and his malfunctioning cell phone adds to the challenges. Thanks to his classmates, he acquires a suit. Returning home, Sakawa informs them that the chairwoman and he won't join for dinner due to important engagements. Ruchi plans to surprise Kotarou with a Santa costume, but Kotarou follows him into the bathroom. The doorbell rings, and they open it to find everyone gathered for a surprise. The chairwoman gifts Ruchi a new cell phone. Together, they celebrate Christmas, marking the conclusion of the anime. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for future videos. See you in the next one. Take care.